All right, took the brush, cleaned it out, cleaned it out, cleaned it out. Just in time, it's raining. Woohoo! Happy, happy, happy. Cleaned out. I'm gonna have to clean these out now, even though it's raining. Be right back. All right, guys, this is what's up. We have our nice little water containment system or catchment system. We've had it quite a while, and unfortunately our old spigot froze up and I had to buy a new one. So we live in a small town, and one of the cool things about living in a small town is that you can walk to about anything and get anything. We have, of course, a hardware store, so I just walked down to the hardware store and picked up a new one. The negative things about living in a small town is that, of course, the hardware store will not have all the junk that you can get at the big box stores, but hey, you're supporting your local community, and you don't have to always get what you want. I just wanted a ball valve, and they didn't have any ball valves for this application, so I had to get a regular yard spigot. So I'm just gonna clean this one out and put in the new spigot, and we'll be good to go. All right, so gotta clean this out before I put in the new one. So I'm gonna probably have to get a brush or something. Alrighty, yeah, we're just gonna keep this a little clean. Yeah, come on, John, get with the program. Sitting there watching the toothbrush and not watching the camera. Alright, I'm gonna go over here, turn on the water. Clean it out. Come on, get in the, there you go. Alright. Pretty soon we'll have rainwater once again. For our garden. Woohoo! Alright. Next step, clean those out. Okay guys, this is the original. And if you don't know what a ball valve is, there you can see it. It actually looks like a ball, but there is a hole drilled straight through. So when you turn the handle, the hole in that ball slowly gets exposed, hence the more water that comes out. Now this is a traditional spigot, and you can see that it's a valve. So as you unscrew this, the valve goes back, allowing the water to go through. Now these leak a lot sooner than the ball joints in my experience, and that's why I wanted to get another ball joint. But the local hardware store did not have them. But this one busted. The handle busted off because I was stupid and waited until the valve was frozen. So anyway, so the next step is to wrap the plumber's tape around this. and then just screw it in and shut the valve off, and then just test the system by pouring water down the pipe, and we'll be good to go. So put the tape on, as you can see. The trick here is, since you're going to be, or I'm going to be, turning in this direction, you want to put on the tape in the same direction as you're turning. So in this particular case, I'm going to be turning it this way, therefore I'm going to be turning it counterclockwise. Counterclockwise this way, clockwise this way. All right, so let's see if I can do this and videotape it at the same time. And that's basically it. And I'm just gonna hand tighten this. I don't need to get it too awful tight, because this is not high pressure, not in the least. So back it off there. There we go. Gonna open it all the way up. Turn the water back on. And let's see. Yeah, I guess this is just as good. Yeah, maybe not. All right. You can hear it coming down. Coming down from there to there to there to there. And it should. Course. Come on, come on. I don't want to waste a whole lot of city water. Guess it's got to get to a certain level before it comes out. Well, that's basically how this works. So rain comes in this, goes down there, down through here, over here, down into this, then this, oh, there we go. And then we're just going to turn this off. Ta-da! It's that simple. So since this is closed off, the water has nowhere to go except into this. So water finds its own level. So if the level of the water is here on this one, it's going to be that right there. And then as this comes up, it's going to go overflow and then down and out here. Okay? So you may be asking yourself, John, why drink dirty water? Well, we're not drinking it for one thing, but there is these pipes. There's 3 of them, and I'm not going to be able to do this with just one hand. I'm going to pause. So as you can see, as the rain comes down here, I leave this loose so it drains a little bit. Same thing with this one, same thing with this one. But before the water can go down this section, this has to be filled up This has to be filled up. This has to be filled up. And then there's a float. It's actually an old-fashioned toilet float. And then that comes up and then gets trapped right there at this junction, because you can see how this goes from I guess this is a 4-inch down to a 3-inch. So the float gets stopped here and it diverts the water down here. So since the water was going down here, all 3 of these are filled and the float is there. So I'm going to pause this and then unhook these. So as you can see, all 3 of these are now expelling water, meaning that they're all filled, which then means that the float was up here and caught or stuck, which then diverted the water down into the first tank. Water came in here, went into this pipe, and came out here. Now I closed this, the water's got no place to go, so it goes into this tank. Water seeks its own level, so as it fills up this tank and this tank, it keeps on filling up even. You can tell that this tank is a little bit shorter than this tank. There's a reason, because I want the water to go up. Once this is filled, I want the water to start going up this and then down here, so it causes it to be siphoned a little bit, and that's how it works. It's real simple. And if this was meant for drinking water, I would add additional pipes to strain it, because as you can see, all the sediment and stuff gets caught up in here. There we go. So you can see the sediment. So now I'm going to clean these out. See? And I open this one up. There we go. And there's the float. So that's how a water catchment system works. And the maintenance is, of course, cleaning this out, letting this leak out just a little bit, so that after a rainstorm happens, the water filters out little by little, leaving the sediment down here, and then you just clean the sediment out. That's as simple as it gets. Eventually, I'd like to put another catchment apparatus, or water tote as they're called, down there near the chicken coop, and have that roof dump into that, but also connect to this, so that when these are full, that one will also be full, because we're going to move the pond that we currently have, that's right there, over in the corner, and that's going to be our new patio with a fire. Okay, so I cleaned this out. Toothbrush. There you go. Now, since this is for our garden, I mean, it's not imperative to make this uber clean. Yeah, that works pretty good. But anyway, there you go. There you go. All right. Put the float back in. Well, actually, hold on. Let's clean the float off a bit. It is a little nasty. It's got a whole bunch of silt on it. Might as well be proactive. Actually, there we go. So there's the float. Here's the cleaned up. And what you want to do is you don't want to close it all the way up. You want it to be loose so that it dribbles out. So I'm going to go ahead and, now you can see that one was really nasty. This one, not so much. And then this one. So this one came from this. So this was really nasty. This was a little bit nasty. And see how clean this one is? It's because the rain came down here, the really dirty rain, filled this up, and came down here and it was a little bit cleaner. Filled this one up and came down here, and that's how this cleans. So this one will always be the dirtiest. This should always be the least dirty. And if they're all the same, you haven't been doing your maintenance. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up. All right, took the brush, cleaned it out, cleaned it out, cleaned it out. Just in time, it's raining. Woohoo! Happy, happy, happy. So if you like this, you found it interesting, helpful, give us a thumbs up. Also click that subscribe, and we'll see you later.